Next branch of pathology that we are going to see is here is microbiology. So we also have parasitology and microbiology. Okay, so here when you see like under microbiology, again we can study virology, bacteriology, mycology, phycology, right? Whether it is virus or bacteria or fungus or algae. When we see about this microbiology, doctors can order so much of microbiological tests, right? So ordinarily when we see like if a patient is presenting with fever for more than 3 or 4 days, what we do is like we send it for lab testing. We say please test your blood specimen, because only then we can figure out what type of infection that you are suffering from, whether it is typhoid or it's going to be malaria or it's going to be like leptospirosis or any other viral diseases, or of course bacterial diseases. Only knowing upon the type of infection that the person has, we can arrive at the treatment regimen for that particular patient. There are various techniques to arrive at this cause of this microorganism for fever or any other sickness. Commonly we give our specimen, which is a urine specimen or a blood specimen, to figure out if there is any infection, or a person who is presenting with an UTI, urinary tract infection. What we do is like we order for a urinalysis and then of course a culture of urine as well, to know whether what exactly is the cause of UTI. Is it Escherichia coli or any other bacteria for that sake? Okay. So next what we are going to see is like there is a battery of tests, lab tests that can be performed to arrive at the exact causative organism. So one way could be like antibody detection. So what they do is like to the specimen, to the sample of blood or to any such sample, it can be a salivary sample or a nasal swab or a nasal mucosa or whatever, oral secretions, anything else it can be. To that they will be adding an antibody. So when they add an antibody, what happens? Clumping, in the sense antigen antibody reaction occurs, resulting in the formation of immune complexes, and that we can ascertain. So if an antibody is already there, so they are going to see the levels of these antibodies, with which they can figure out, yes, this particular antigen of the HIV is there. So you can very well understand that this person is suffering from this infection. All of these infectious agents, we have various techniques like immunoassay or just adding an antibody to those, and we are going to figure it out. You need to know what exactly is a disease that they are going to, or what is a virus that they are going to test for. Is it a herpes zoster virus, or is it an infectious mononucleosis virus, things like that. Or it's just going to, they are going to check like typhoid, like salmonella, or is it for Vibrio cholera. Okay.